So, Digiborn, most welcome to take the Zoom floor.
Thank you.
So, hello, we are the team Digiborn. Welcome to today's presentation. The team consists of Harry, John, Michelle, and Nicoletta. We have been working on the challenge of digital preschools on behalf of Hägersten-Liljeholmen. These are our findings after participating in the Openlab challenge. So this is the agenda for today's presentation. We will start with the original challenge and some examples from the design thinking process. Next, we will briefly go through our 5 candidate prototypes. After that, we will present our redefined problem before going into the final concept and its details. And we will end with our conclusions and the future recommendations. So this was the original challenge we were presented with, to create exciting and relevant challenges for children and educators to explore and learn more about the digital tools and media. So we followed the method known as design thinking process, in which we gathered data using different techniques and methodologies and engaged with stakeholders such as children, teachers, and the administration. After that, we created various prototypes and tested them. And here are some examples of our process you can see in this slide. We will now quickly go through our 5 candidate solutions.
The first concept is that of the posters for awareness called Post-it. After engaging parents during our street interviews, we got a lot of insight that there's a lot of stigma around digital tools in the preschool arena. And we see this as a result of lacking insight into the context. One thing that we came out was people would equate digital tools to screen time. And one quick way to spread information and deal with the misinformation was the Post-its. That could be placed in public and in the administration building. The posters would then be helped in spreading a clear and strong message about the situation, even having a code to scan and provide you with more details. The second prototype is named Toolbox. The Toolbox is an upgrade of previous digital toolboxes available in Hägersten-Liljeholmen, which supplies preschools with digital tools and 4 themes that can be borrowed via the administration in the district. The solution aims to improve and simplify the content and instructions of already existing digital toolboxes. The toolbox is more organized and has only necessary items, reducing cluttering. Every item also has a clear compartment, thus enabling you to notice if something is missing. The instructions are more systematic, based on levels, and include image instructions, meaning that it's easier to use the tool, independent of your knowledge and skill in the subject. To help our challenge givers improve their logistics and booking, we created a mock-up of a new booking system named Digital PED. The idea is to gather all the information in one place and include background information as well as informative videos of the digital toolboxes being used. The next prototype is that of the Star Neighbor Visit. In this solution, the aim is to create new peer-to-peer opportunities in which teachers and children inspire and teach each other about digital tools. The goal is for preschools to visit each other and have neighborhood visits, where preschools close to each other bring the digital toolboxes and show them how they use them and what tasks they perform. By doing this, teachers who are less confident might be inspired to use digital tools. Children that don't use digital tools as much in their ordinary schools also get an opportunity to interact while meeting other children. The final concept is that of the baseline manual. This would be a short manual giving an overarching background to digital tools and digitalization. By this, all teachers will have access to easily understandable material in the subject. It will also contain simple instructions of how to use the basic infrastructure available in the preschools, such as iPads, projectors, and magnifiers for small digital tool activities. Basically, a one-stop hub for all information as regards digital skills and tools in preschools. This diagram illustrates our 5 candidate concepts that we presented as proposal to the administration, who gave us a lot of positive response on the concept, additionally introduced questions around the implementation of some of them, like the Star Neighbor Visit. The big question was then, which project do we decide to proceed with, because we need to select one for the project. Having gotten a lot of positive responses on the concept, our team decided to move forward with one of the more long-term solutions, which critiqued would be more impactful and groundbreaking to the key stakeholders, and also the possibility of incorporating the concept during its implementation. In the next slide, John discusses what we meant by groundbreaking.
Yes, so when moving forward, we as a group discussed what would actually be groundbreaking in our context. And the insights are that what would be groundbreaking is if everybody got on board, both teachers and children, with the usage of digital tools. But if this is to happen, it has to happen in an inclusive way, a motivational way for teachers and children, but it also has to build on the collaborative insights that are available in the preschools. And these sort of three key points stem from interviews and surveys that we made with 60 different teachers, various parents, but also the administration in our district. So at this point, we decided to redefine our problem, which focuses on creating platforms that restructures and improves the basic usage of digital tools, as well as providing well-structured content that is shared in between preschools in the district in order to create peer-to-peer learning opportunities. So, our final concept to establish the groundbreaking result is that of the STAR visit. And the reason for moving forward with the STAR visit is that the concept presents an opportunity to reach those key interests of inclusivity, motivation, and collaborativeness. And the name STAR visit derives from the different teachers and competences within the preschool. And we have identified that all teachers can be seen as stars because all of their different experiences and their different way-ins are really important. And the STAR visit concept consists of 3 parts, which together form a new and fun way to develop the education and usage of digital tools within the preschool. So the final concept starts off with a workshop manual that is used as the foundation during the second part, the teacher workshop. The aim with this step is to ensure that all teachers get exposed and attain more education around digital tools, and that all teachers also attain the minimal required knowledge before implementing digital tools together with other preschools. And the last part of the preschool is to visit each other in groups then of teachers and children and interact with different tools, such as the digital toolboxes, and do this together. And this creates a shared understanding and motivation, and all teachers and children then become exposed and get on board with the digital tools in education. So we can sort of see that the final concept is a merging of previous prototypes, such as the baseline manual and the STAR neighbor visit, but their individual strengths have now become integrated into one final concept. And now we will go through each step more in detail.
Okay, so here we show you an illustration of how we conducted the SWOT analysis for the STAR visits. Don't worry, don't strain your eyes trying to read it. I'll explain the key tickets for that. So the goal was to identify the main strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to the STAR visit solution. While conducting the analysis, we also identified the main themes surrounding the visits. Now to the takeouts. Some of the evident themes were socializing, peer-to-peer learning, and as regards one of the benefits of the STAR visits for both the teachers and the students. Peer-to-peer learning was quite important after noting that the knowledge gap of digital tools between teachers during our stakeholder engagement phase. Affordability, as the district administration articulated the need for a solution that would not dig deep into their pockets. Algorithms and metrics around the optimal routes for the visits, which will be delegated to the principals. And lastly, the selling points for the project, which we concluded that for the project to have a wow factor, it's important that the STAR visits are initiated and continued in all preschools in the district and hopefully further implemented in other districts in Stockholm. So here are some of the impending threats that we identify after conducting the SWOT analysis. To mitigate the threats related to the teachers, that is, it's heavily dependent on teachers, possible lack of interest by some of the teachers, and it takes quite some time to be initiated. Yeah. A more detailed analysis on the workshop is going to be analyzed by Harry in the next slides. On matters around management and the continued running of the STAR visit, We recommended the principal's office to be in charge of this coordination because each principal is well aware of the school and under their duty.
So the first step in the STAR visit concept is a workshop manual, which was a previous prototype that has now become integrated into the final concept. Based on the concept of the baseline manual, we created the workshop manual, which includes instructions around the usage of basic tools, but also instructions regarding the STAR visit, as well as simulation of the toolboxes and their usage. We have seen that there are many different tools and understanding of these tools. So a workshop manual would give the opportunity to improve some of these aspects, such as the level of expertise, lack of knowledge, different implementation and variations, by making sure that all teachers receive a basic understanding of the digital tools that are available to them. So the workshop manual would also be integral to the following workshop, seeing that it helps content to become spread evenly throughout the workshops. So here are some quotes from different teachers illustrating the large variation in understanding and implementation of digital tools. As you can see, some of the answers focus on digital tools for children, such as using programming robots like the Blue Bot, while others focused on administrative tasks for teachers, such as making attendance list. So by using workshop manual in the workshops, it would be further assured that knowledge and understanding are perceived in a similar and more uniform way than previously.
So why a workshop? The workshop is needed to kick off the project in order to set a basic foundation for all teachers and present the teachers with an opportunity to interact with other colleagues and discuss digital tools and their experiences. The workshop also presents the teachers with an opportunity to discuss and set up goals of future STAR visit between the different preschools. In terms of gaining more knowledge and understanding, as well as willingness to learn digital tools, we can see that a significant majority of the teachers are interested in a workshop format in this context. This can be seen as a need for gaining more experience around digital tools and their implementation. So this is a map of the district we are working with, or we've worked with. And the numbers you see illustrate the number of teachers and number of children per teacher in each sub-district of Hägersten-Liljeholmen. Our suggestion is that the workshops would be one-time workshops based on the number of preschool principals in the district. The reason is that the principals would have the administrative oversight of the workshops. These workshops would host not more than 30 teachers per workshop, would be held within the preschools, geographical sub-districts within the preschools, within the district, Hägersten-Liljeholmen. And the exact details of the workshop is in our report.
Yes, so the last step is the actual STAR visit between preschools. So here the idea is that neighboring preschools would visit each other in smaller groups of teachers and children. And the goal is for the groups to interact with the digital toolboxes provided by the administration of Hägersten-Liljeholmen, but also other digital tools. And thereby both teachers and children would become exposed and learn more about digital tools in a fun and exciting way. And what we can see is that when they asked if they're interested in sharing ideas and knowledge around digital tools with other preschools, a high majority of the teachers were positive towards such a setup. And this illustrates that a strong interest exists in creating new sharing platforms within the preschools. Also, we identified that a visiting structure between preschools did not exist to any higher extent previously, which represents an opportunity that previously might not have been utilized. And when it comes to the details of the setup, we suggest that the visits occur on a weekly basis over a month's time, which allows for repetition and knowledge development, where the two preschools work with the digital toolboxes and also allows the program to run at a flexible rate for a needed duration of time. Ideally, there would be no more than 5 children per teacher and a maximum of 3 to 4 teacher groups included per visit. Lastly, here's a video sort of explaining in summary the STAR concept and its different stages. Oh, maybe not. The preschool teacher is at her preschool thinking about digital tools. She is worried and confused about how to use them. She's thinking that her pupils need to learn the skills because they are valuable. Also, the curriculum has changed, which means that she needs to use those tools. But she wonders if she has the skills to teach them properly. It will be great to get some help and insight on the subject. One morning, Anna receives an email from Stockholm Stad about a workshop on digital skills and tools with other teachers in her area. Anna attends the workshop, which is structured by a principal, includes other teachers from adjacent preschools in her area. Here she meets Matt, and together with him and other teachers, they discuss digital tools and attain more basic knowledge about what tools to use and how to use them. Anna and her students visit Matt's school. Everyone is really excited to be making new friends and learn new things, and more so about digital skills. They all have a wonderful time and carry home new skills. A great day for DigiBarn, with their idea being used in real life. After the STAR visit, Anna returns to her preschool. She has now created a network around digital tools and the school in general. She has attained new knowledge and tools and is now motivated and excited to explore and teach her kids more about how to use them.
So, in conclusion, we can say that the group has found that there are large variations in the understanding of digital tools and their implementation. And this ultimately leads to unequal opportunities for children to develop digital skills. The suggested concept tries to remedy many of the issues we have identified and presents an opportunity for further education. Introduce and integrate the digital tools into everyday life of preschools. Furthermore, it will give teachers support and structure in their education around digital tools. And to ensure success, it is critical that the principals within the district provide administrative oversight for the final concept. Lastly, in order for digital tools to be successful, everybody, both teachers and children, need to be able to learn and explore in a fun and interactive way. And for the concept to take off and move forward, here are some suggestions for our challenge givers. The details of this can be seen in our report. The suggestions are to support to put together workshop groups, engage principals, develop workshop manual, discuss details of the STAR visit with teachers, test the concept, flexibility, and feasibility within the district, set up performance indicators of the STAR visit, as well as create a diary for tracking progress as to who has gone where, what has been done during the visit. So thank you so much for your time. And if you have any questions, we are ready to take them.